How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Just Always Podcast. I'm your host, Ryan.
And I'm your host, Daniel.
And today we're doing a podcast.
Woo!
If you're new to the channel, please smash the subscribe button and also hit the like button and comment what your suggestions are, ideas you guys want us to talk about, and your thoughts on Fantastic Four.
Yeah. We are getting into everything Fantastic Four. We watched the movie. This is our spoiler review.
Spoiler
and reaction. Okay?
Yeah,
there are
put the
spoilers.
spoiler hat on.
Yeah, we are going to talk about spoilers. So watch it, then come back to the video, and then we'll talk about it some more.
And today we're going to get into some theories about what could happen next after Fantastic Four in the Marvel Universe.
Yeah. Okay, so let's start off with this. The movie was fantastic. This is probably one of the best movies, like we said, in the MCU since Endgame.
Yeah.
And the feeling that you get in this movie is something we haven't had in Marvel in a really long time.
I mean, you could just tell, like, from all aspects of the filmmaking for Fantastic Four is fantastic. The cast, the chemistry, the action, the visuals, the cinematography, everything felt like so refreshing that we haven't really seen this in the Marvel Universe. You know, essentially looks like Interstellar.
No, for sure.
Yeah, Christopher Nolan's Interstellar. So it was beautifully shot, and I think all around Marvel really went all in on the Fantastic Four, and in turn, they received a great product.
Yeah, and you know, there was a lot of mixed feelings about Pedro being Mr. Fantastic, but Pedro knocked this out of the park. I mean, it totally mixes like the perfect balance of trying to be family, but so focused on science, and also arrogant, but not arrogant. And it was like so set in his ways. It was like, I thought it was such a good Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards.
Yes.
And then Vanessa Kirby, Sue Storm. I mean, her performance probably was the standout performance of this movie. She is like the heart of the Fantastic Four. And obviously with Franklin in the movie, she is going to be like on total mom mode. So she gives such a good performance. If you guys are watching, I know we're talking about spoilers, but that scene at the end where she's pushing Galactus is insane. I mean, that was probably one of the coolest moments in the MCU by her just pushing Galactus alone.
Yeah, it's that whole like mom adrenaline to help their kids.
And then the dynamic between Ben and Johnny is so good. Evan and Joseph knocked it out of the park. I mean, there's such a good dynamic duo. It's not so much of like this hating relationship where they're always like messing with each other, but it's more of like the love-hate. They're able to love each other and they know they're always there for each other, but you never feel like they hate each other.
Right.
You never feel like they're absolutely like in the past where it almost seemed like Johnny and Ben will never ever get along.
Yeah.
But in this movie, they work so well together. I mean, that scene when Johnny's like flying Ben through the sky is insane.
I know. I'm serious. I think it was such a well done movie. I'm really happy, and I went in with really high expectations, and I left feeling like, hey, that surpassed them.
Yeah, and the way they wrote these characters is so good. I mean, we already talked about this a while ago, but that we weren't really going to get an origin story, but in a way, we kind of did get an origin story. But they didn't need it, and it made us care about these characters so much. Even though we really don't know them, because they're a new version of the characters we know, we care about them. And it was insane to see how much they made us care.
Yeah, I have to say the opening 5 minutes of the movie was a great way of kind of like saying who the Fantastic Four are. And it was great to see villains that we haven't seen on the big screen. And I just think like for Marvel moving forward, this is a good way to do origin stories fast and give the fans what they want, like sprinkle in some Easter eggs and make it very action packed.
Yeah, especially because we know these characters already, you know, like we know them. We don't need another origin story. We know how it happens. I want to talk about a little bit about the story. It's all about Franklin. Franklin is the big key to this movie. Galactus is after Franklin. They need Franklin. Obviously, the Fantastic Four want to keep their son, so this is like this big battle over Franklin.
Yeah.
But we do get revealed that Galactus is saying that Franklin possesses the power cosmic. Now, the power cosmic, that's pretty crazy because usually Galactus, like, I think he gives the power cosmic to the Silver Surfer, like to be the Silver Surfer. But Galactus is saying Franklin just possesses the power cosmic just by being like just by existing. So it's just showing how powerful Franklin is. And we see at the end, he's able to obviously resurrect Sue. So we see how powerful he is just as a baby. And he's able to control his powers technically.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing just how powerful he is at such a young age. And as we see, there's a time jump 4 years later. So he's older now. And as he gets older in the comics, he obviously has way more powers, right? He could start creating universes.
Right. And another thing I want to talk about in this movie was when they start creating all the bridges across the world. Do I think they could possibly recreate these bridges? I think they might, just because we get that 4-year time jump. Yeah. I think within that 4 years, Reed probably has them recreate the bridges across the world just in case Galactus ever comes back or some other threat comes.
That's a good point.
Now, what's crazy about these bridges, if they're talking about moving the Earth, okay?
Yeah.
This is literally could cause an incursion. This is what could be the start of the incursions if they have the bridges all across the world and they move the Earth, because they're talking about moving the Earth into another solar system.
Meaning another universe.
Right. So technically, they will be causing incursions through the technological advances of the bridge.
Right. So that's kind of how incursions can start for Secret Wars.
Right. So I'm not saying that that's what's going to start the incursions, but I'm saying that could be like one of the main causes of incursions, that they're actually moving their Earth. Because we know, like, when you either break an absolute point in time or you stay in the universe for too long, it'll start to kill the universe, right?
Yeah.
And if you're not from that universe. So if they put an entire Earth into an area where they're not supposed to be, that could shatter the entire universe. And that's how the incursion is going to happen, right? Because in incursions, right, we see like two Earths like colliding.
Right.
How else is that going to happen if they're literally trying to move the Earth?
Right.
Another thing I want to talk about is that 4-year time gap. Okay. There's a theory that the only reason why there's a 4-year time gap was to age Franklin up.
Uh-huh.
Because we know that we need some sort of time jump, because if we're basing it off like the Hickman run of Secret Wars, Franklin's older.
Yeah.
He's maybe looks like maybe 7 to 10. I mean, in the movie, he's 4.
Right.
Right, but that's still enough. So I think the only reason we have a 4-year time jump in this universe 828 is because they need to age up Franklin for Secret Wars and Doomsday. So my thoughts are like this now. They're going to have this whole scene where Franklin and Sue are going to be at Doom's side, just like we saw in the concept art before, right? When they're kind of like in the medieval time.
Uh-huh.
Doom might take Franklin and Sue, because we see in the post-credit scene, right? Doom is with Franklin and Sue, and they're just alone. We don't know where the other guys are.
Right.
So I think Doom may take Franklin and Sue, and that's how he's gonna have like this whole dynamic and like kind of brainwash them.
Interesting. I do think it's very possible that he takes both of them, because that would really, dismember the Fantastic Four and create some issues.
Right. And it makes sense because in the concept art and in the comics, Sue is like fully thinking that Doom is like her husband and her god, right, in the comics.
Right.
So Doom may like brainwash both of them, take them to Latveria or wherever, because we do see Latveria exists.
Yes.
In the 828 universe.
At the conference of like the World Conference where they're talking to all the different countries, there is a spot for Latveria.
And they are not there.
They're not there.
So that means that I think Doctor Doom that we see, like Robert Downey Jr. Doctor Doom,
Yeah.
is from the 828 universe.
Ooh,
Possibly.
If there's a Latveria there, I will say this, okay? In the comics, Latveria was not invented by Doctor Doom, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Latveria was a struggling country that Doctor Doom would, go into and help rebuild it from the ground up and make it an ultimate powerful place. Obviously, the reason why they put Latveria in the movie is to hint at Doctor Doom's appearance, and sure enough, in the post-credit scene, we see Doctor Doom. I think it's very valid to say that Latveria not being present at that conference could mean that they're struggling right now, and that's why the world leaders couldn't be there.
Yeah.
But also, it could mean that just Doctor Doom's already been taking over. He doesn't even want to have anything to do with that conference.
Right.
So there's ways you could look at it.
There is ways, but there's also the theory, okay, that this Doctor Doom is just Tony Stark from the 616 universe.
Yeah.
Now, the reason why this could make sense, okay, and the reason why I think they're still nodding to this.
Yeah. No, the post-credit scene kind of confirms this theory. I think I know where you're going.
Yeah. So they have been hiding Robert Downey Jr.'s face very well.
Yeah.
Now, we see like shots of him on set. They're always hiding the right side of his face.
Yes.
Right? We see he has like effects dots on his face. Like they're capturing his face close up and they're going to alter it somehow. But they are hiding his right side of his face. Now, what's crazy about this, if you look at the comic book of Secret Wars, the Hickman run, and you look at Doctor Doom, right? There's like the side of, it's like a full face of Doctor Doom. This was actually the one that was in Deadpool and Wolverine too. The full right side of Doctor Doom's face is like the one that's like the Beyonder side. So it's like all messed up. Right, but this side is all Doctor Doom. It's the right side of his face that's messed up.
Right.
What side did Tony Stark snap with? The right side. What side of his face was messed up? The right side.
Yeah.
Right.
Look back at Endgame. His right side of his face is ruined.
Yeah.
The left side was pretty normal.
Yeah. And then you look at Doctor Doom's appearance in the post-credit scene. They're hiding his face, and he's grabbing Franklin with his right hand.
Right. And Franklin's kind of mesmerized by his face, right?
Right. And Franklin's like touching his face because you see he doesn't have his mask on.
So there must be something on his face for him to be like, I want to touch. What's
right.
that?
Something doesn't look normal.
Or he wants to try to heal Doctor Doom's face.
Yeah.
Because he sees it's all distressed.
So it could be the 616 universe Doctor Doom, Tony Stark, technically.
That's dead,
but resurrected through dreamwalking, possibly.
Yeah.
And Doctor Doom went to the 828 universe because he needs Franklin.
Yeah.
Possible. I don't know. It's
Very
possible. So my question is, when Sue sees Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
Does she already know him? You know what I mean? Do they already know of Victor Von Doom? Whether he be Doctor Doom already or not, do they already know of Victor?
If you ask me,
Yeah.
I think they do.
Uh-huh.
I think they do know Victor Von Doom, and I'm kind of shocked that they didn't even say anything about Victor. I mean, if you go off the comics, right, it seems like they should have had interactions
Right,
with
because
Victor.
technically Reed goes to college with Victor.
Right.
So you would think that they would have some sort of possible callback to their history with each other, because we really get nothing about Victor at all.
I know, and I'm kind of shocked about that. I thought like they should have hinted more about maybe possibly Victor.
Right. So that's why I'm trying to figure out, is Victor part of this universe? Did they never have a Victor? Was Latveria being there just not even a nod to Victor being in this universe, but more towards a Doctor Doom appearance? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to figure out, because you would think that we have somewhat of an origin story in this movie. We have the present time, and then we go into the future, right? So you would think there would be some sort of mention of Victor if he was a part of their lives at some point.
Yeah.
Because especially being such a crucial part of a Reed Richards story is Victor Von Doom.
I know.
Where does Victor fit into their story?
Yeah, it's a good question, and I really want to rewatch Fantastic Four again to see what was Sue's reaction of seeing Doom.
Right. Because it would seem like she was just kind of like, who was that?
Like she wasn't attacking him.
Right.
She's prepared.
She's prepared, but she didn't attack right away.
Yeah.
It's almost, because, okay, you see someone that just randomly appears in a green cloak, you don't see their face, and they're touching your kid.
I mean, at least put him in like a force field and move him.
Right. And we know Sue could do that.
Oh, yeah. She took down Galactus.
Exactly. So why is Sue not immediately attacking Doom? Why is she just not attacking someone that's touching their son?
Yeah.
Especially after what just happened with Galactus.
I know. It's weird.
So
maybe she knows him.
yeah. Something I want to talk about is that we get introduced as this universe is universe 828. So now in the Marvel universe, we have 616, we have 828,
838.
838, and then I'm not sure if they announced what the Marvel's post-credit scene universe is. I think we're calling that the X universe right now, because we don't know the specific number.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So we also have like the Deadpool universe and stuff like that. But I think the main universes we're talking about here is 616, 828, and the X universe, and maybe 838.
Possibly 838.
Because 838 had the Illuminati that is now deceased.
Yeah, so I don't really know what the point of
Yeah,
838
maybe
would be.
8, not 838. So 828, 616, and the X universe. So now I'm thinking that we're going to be spending possibly...
Hang on. There's the X universe, right, where Monica Rambeau's at.
Yeah.
In the Marvels. But then there's also the Fox universe. Because that Fox universe where Deadpool's at is different than the X universe.
Right.
Yeah. So there's actually the X universe, the Fox universe, 616, and then 828.
Yeah.
As of right now, who knows if there's going to be more, and if 838 returns, I'm not sure.
Also, if like the original Fantastic Four show up, that's like a different universe too.
So would that be the Fox universe? Because that's Fox.
Oh, I guess so, huh?
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah. Especially because we see Johnny. And what's interesting is if they go back and they bring like the original 2005 Fantastic Four, I wonder if those Fantastic Four members would know how to beat Doom.
Oh, that's a good point.
Right? Because technically they fought Doom, they've beaten Doom, but will
Twice.
they have to fight? Like, and will they know how to beat God Emperor Doom? You know?
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see them come back, if they come back, and be like, hey, we've beaten Doom before. Like, we got this.
It is interesting how the original Mr. Fantastic from the 2004 Fantastic Four was at the
Yeah,
world premiere
Yolan Griffith, he was there.
at the Fantastic Four premiere in LA.
Yeah, so I don't know what that means.
But it seems like something's going on. I mean, why else was he there?
I mean, guys, we're talking about Secret Wars, and speculation is Secret Wars is supposed to be the biggest one yet. I mean, you look at the comics, everyone's in it. There's variants everywhere. We have an army of Thors, army of Hulks. I mean, this could get insane.
If you look back at like the Hickman run of Secret Wars, right? There's so many different groups of heroes so many variants, right? So it is possible, I would assume, if they're going to follow any sort of comic book line, that variants of heroes should come together. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. So now seeing that post-credit scene, how Doom is directly now targeting the Fantastic Four. I can see how this is like Fantastic Four will kind of be like the heart and soul of technically Marvel for a little bit. I think
agree.
especially that they're the ones starting off this new phase. I think that they're going to have to carry this phase. It's going to be the Fantastic Four carrying this phase like through, and they're going to be like the main focus. Especially because, I mean, Doctor Doom is supposed to have ties, the closest ties to the Fantastic Four. So I would assume that the Fantastic Four will be like the main runners of the next this phase.
I definitely left the theater feeling like, wow, like I could see how these 4 people, these amazing, fantastic people, could carry the MCU moving forward. There's so much range in their acting ability that I could really see how, as much as we want Robert Downey Jr. back and Chris Evans and everyone to come back, Scarlett Johansson, right? Because that's the Avengers we know. I do feel like this was such a great step in the right direction for Marvel, like because I could see how we could have this connection now with this new group of heroes. And moving forward, now you start throwing in the X-Men, right? We know Jake Schreier is going to be directing the next X-Men movie.
Yeah.
And there's so much potential now seeing that, hey, there are characters that can be those people that everyone wants to be behind and really attach themselves to. And I think Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, and Evan and Joseph are those people, are those characters that people are going to be like, hey, this is my Iron Man. This is my Captain America. This is my core 6 Avengers. For the kids that are growing up now that are seeing, Fantastic Four for the first time, and this is like their first experience to the Marvel movies, I think this is going to be their Iron Man moment. And I could really see how for the next generation, this is a great team to connect to.
Yeah, it's definitely, like you said, like that starting off movie that it's going to be that big one that everybody remembers, everyone calls back to, like, this is the Fantastic Four, this is our Fantastic Four. And, I think that this Fantastic Four is here to stay for a while, in my opinion. Just from like speculation and like just seeing how their dynamic is and how this movie went, I think they're going to stick around even possibly after Secret Wars.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at what Kevin Feige said, he said that Marvel has plans up to 2032.
Yeah.
2032 is 7 years from now. I mean, I could totally see the Fantastic Four signing on for a 7-year contract to stay till 2032.
Right.
No problem. I mean, look at how, before you know it, when Secret Wars gets here, what year is that going to be?
2027.
27. And then we'll have 5 more years after that. I mean, yeah, I could see how they've already probably signed on to 2032.
Yeah, because even after the 2032 thing is up, I already know they probably have some crazy stuff planned. I mean, even the fact that we're getting like the X-Men and everything.
Yeah.
The X-Men could go on for so long, especially after Kevin Feige said that they're going for like a young new cast.
Yeah.
Guys, X-Men is here to be like the front runner after the 2032 for a long time. I think it's going to be like mutant focus for a while.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much potential with the comic books, with the X-Men universe. And they said, Kevin Feige also said that he's open to recasting Iron Man and Captain America, Steve Rogers. With that being said, the future's endless, because if you can keep recasting these main characters, there's a lot of potential to be able to show more stories and alternate timelines.
Yeah, I mean, there's infinite stories. And when you just said like alternate timelines, Kevin Feige even confirmed that Secret Wars is not going to destroy and make it all one simple like timeline. It's still going to be like technically multiple timelines. He just said it's going to reset specific ones.
Yeah.
So
I don't know the exact quote, but
so he's not saying that there's going to just be like one timeline where everybody's going to exist in this one timeline. There's still multiple stories out there to tell, multiple timelines, just certain ones are getting reset.
So can you have one timeline and have the multiverse within the one timeline, or no?
Well, technically it would still technically be a branch off the timeline.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, if it deviates from one timeline, it's gonna be a branch that deviates off that main timeline. Just as we saw like the Sager timeline.
Yeah.
Right. And then they killed He Who Remains, and then all the possibilities started branching off that one timeline.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, the future is bright for Marvel. Super excited to see what they got cooking next. I mean, Fantastic Four, if you haven't seen it, go watch it, because you made it this far, so you know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen in Fantastic Four, the movie. So go watch it for yourself, see the visuals, and experience it in the theater. And we'll see you guys tomorrow on TikTok, and we'll see you guys next week on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube.
We'll see you on TikTok.
God bless you guys. See ya.
Love you.